Okay.
Um, I'm going to fill in just a couple of tiny things. You guys hit most of the parts. At the end of last game, Nate or Callum had been uh, he met with Thimdy
Oh, yes.
in an inn to let her know that he knew more than what she told him, essentially. And the other item that is notable is Volo's asking you to go recover his team, but maybe more importantly the map, which is extremely priceless to him. For the recovery of the map is 2,000 gold.
And to be put in the back of the book.
And to be, well, if you help chart things, right? Yeah, if you help chart things. But Volo also mentioned that his mapping expedition is not sanctioned, and letting people know that you are hired by him to go hunting for that, it might not be a great thing, because the Lord's Alliance, who is a number of cities, the Flaming Fist is a member, are doing their own map making endeavors on Chult.
I also took away from it that the since it was their cottage industry, the bringing people around, that they probably would not like maps to be made either, because it might cut into their industry. Was I wrong about that?
No, that's a good read on the situation.
Okay.
There's a lot of history at Chult. It's like the rest of the world. It's old, but it has had civilizations, that have spanned thousands of years, just like everywhere else on the planet. And Volo alluded to this, to the treasures that the Lord's Alliance was looking to map out Chult for the purposes of acquiring artifacts and treasure.
Yeah, 2 mappers, so we're the perfect group for this.
So, Nate, could I get an investigation roll to see? Oh, hold on one sec. Sorry. 13. Okay. So, Callum, over the course of the night and the next day, as you ask around some of your contacts in various parts of the city, you're able to gather a little bit of information, not tons, on Wakanga Otamu. You learn that he's one of 7 merchant princes in Port Nyanzaru. Not a merchant guild leader, like Volo said. And that merchant princes run Chult, not guilds, unlike what Volo said.
So what you're saying
Wakanga
is full of shit.
Wakanga Otamu, he's a tall, dark man. He's a wizard, and he wears flamboyant clothing. He holds a strangle on magic items and deals in knowledge and information and lost lore. And if you want to acquire magic items, you have to go through him. People pay his prices or go without. And that's the gist of Wakanga Otamu.
Awesome.
So you gather that information over the course of the night, and you'll gather it over through the waiting of the ship, but that evening, after the night before you leave, as you guys are sitting in the 3 old kegs, your rooms are still being paid for, your food is still being paid for by Volo. one of the barmaids comes up to your table and motions for you to follow her into one of the side rooms, and she says, "Master Getarm has asked me to let you know that he has a package waiting for you in a side room. He's left he left earlier today and won't be back and before you leave. So it's being held safe in that room." And she points to a smaller room than the one that you had been in before.
Madam, I always hold my package safe.
No, Jamie. No.
She rolls her eyes and smirks and walks away.
Was rude.
Wow.
You're a bit uncouth, aren't you?
I ignore him and head in the direction of the location of this package.
It's proving my point, man.
So you and whoever follows you
Yeah,
into the
I'll
room.
follow him.
Yeah, I'll follow him as well.
There's like a small wooden box, open topped. You can it's not so big. And you take a peek inside and you see two books. Both are labeled Volo's Guide to Monsters. And a quick look at the inside cover. They are both signed copies. There is a leather sack with a sizable amount of coin inside.
Where did he sign them?
Right on the inside cover.
Like the very first page, or
The
on the
very
inside
first
of the...
page, yeah. So the cover and then the first page, yeah.
How many copies?
Two books.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was all he
We're
promised.
supposed to share them. Yep.
He promised one book.
Oh,
But you have
Okay.
This is true. This is true.
Generosity knows no bounds.
I thought I just misremembered, but okay.
There are two leather sacks, and one is brown, and it is heavy with coin, and there's a lot in there, and it's gold. And another smaller purple dyed leather sack with about 50 gold inside. And then there's 3 notes. One's addressed to you, one's addressed to the harbor master, and one is addressed to Keneafa.
Let's read all 3.
are they sealed?
They are sealed. All 3 are sealed.
Let's read all 3.
So, which would you like to read first?
Well, we can definitely read ours.
I'll read
Yeah,
ours.
you might say in there, please don't read the others.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's start with ours. Yeah.
I'll start steaming some water so we can open the seals without. Like, ooh, look at this.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a moment to read it.
Finch, Daldo, and the rest. Oh, great.
You're muted, Ander.
Is that a good thing?
As we're reading, I kind of look like I'm about to say something, and I put my finger in there like I have like a pronouncement, and then I put it down.
It's probably because it says Master Finch and you want to point that out to us.
Right, but I don't say anything.
Can somebody explain to me what a dangerous tickler is? Because it sounds kind of naughty.
You need a safe word for that. Look at these names. Oh yeah. the
Yeah,
Krakens.
that's a good idea. We should go in as treasure hunters. That's a good idea.
Humble traveler. Yeah. Okay, bud.
All good?
All good.
All right.
Now, does this stay in our little folder somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, you should have it in player hand. If you go to the journals,
Oh, good.
the open book, there
Excellent.
should be player handouts documents.
Nice.
All right.
These are quests. All right. So we have what? 2 days?
You have till the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, we leave in the morning.
Yeah, I fast forwarded you a day so Nate could do his. If there's anything you would wanted to do in that day,
No, but we know
That's
we're going
fine.
to be traveling through the jungle. I assume we should plan on picking up like expedition equipment when we're at the island itself, because they'll probably be more likely to have appropriate gear. Because I've got like rope. I was thinking things like, I don't know what I was thinking besides more rations. Does everyone else have rations?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why my AC is 14.
Because not everybody's starting equipment comes with food.
I have rations.
Yeah,
Easier.
I mean, when you create your character, if you took the standard equipment, it would give you rations.
But not all standard equipment comes with rations. There's a couple that don't. Like if you go with an
There's some that
acolyte
don't, yeah.
or something like that, then you don't.
Like if
start
you get like a
with-
priest pack or something, yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm pretty
I
sure
have good berry,
D&D
for what that's
only
worth.
roll 20. D&D Beyond gives it for all standard.
Oh, then it's cheating because the player's handbook doesn't give you that stuff.
It's not in Jotun's or Jotun's inventory. He just has a mess kit.
Yeah.
But me, I have rations one day, it says.
Oh,
and,
one
then
day.
next to it, quantity 20.
Okay, I
Yeah,
lied.
so you've got 2 weeks worth. Yeah.
I'm a big
Um,
fan.
But I have
I
my
feel like-
armor equipped, and I have an AC of 14. So something
Check
is
your
wrong.
effects.
Somebody have messed with my effects again?
Yeah,
No,
mine
just
is only
see if
12.
it's
No.
anything
Uh,
active.
No. I just have my ability overrides, which seem to have doubled, and my fighter initiate feat.
Ability overrides, which seem to have doubled.
Yeah, because remember I said that in the character generator, I tried to swap I think it was my wisdom and my strength? Or my dex
Mm.
wisdom, and it wouldn't let me, so I just did overrides and swapped them.
Oh, interesting. You
Oops.
can right click and delete them or edit them. What does it say? Ability
Yeah, for some
override-
reason, it imported them again when I did the last import.
Huh.
But
Well, you can
yeah, this
right click and purge those extras then.
fighter initiate adds 1 to my armor class. And
I have the Outland. I have a feature called Wanderer with my Outlander background. I can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each
Oh,
day,
nice.
provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth. So
Oh wow.
I should be able to forage for food. Plus, I have good berry, which I can use.
Excellent.
So we'll be all right
Oh,
regardless.
yeah, good berry.
something going on here.
Druids. So good in the picture.
Yeah, they're
No, curse
useful.
you, druids. Yeah.
God damn you.
I'll be decent in nature in 2 more levels. Stupid subclasses having to wait. That's it. We'll just say that in the meantime, I'm like watching Daldo all the time, picking up little.
Creepy.
And I notice you.
Well-
I notice you watching, and I
Yeah.
start doing everything very deliberately and
Yeah, because
with
it's
an eye
weird.
over my shoulder.
I'll go from not having nature at level 2 to having nature at double proficiency at level 3. It's like, where did you pick all this up so fast? Magic.
Awesome.
Can I have an understudy?
Yeah, basically. That's how I'm just going to assume that since I know we're going into the dangerous jungle, I'm trying to pick up everything I can.
So what's the plan? What do you guys do? What's your
Well, we have a room here, so I figure we'll just crash and get up in the morning and go straight to the ship. I don't really have any other plans if we have all our equipment.
all right?
Let's get
All right.
this show underway.
Yeah.
All right. Uneventful evening in the inn. Morning comes fast enough, and it's a new day. And you're the ship you are going to catch the Kraken's tickle is at the dock somewhere. So you make your way toward the harbor, or and find your way to the dockmaster. There's a let's see, where are we? There it is. Activate. So yeah, so you come up to the dockmaster's shed, and there's
It's pitch black for me. Should I be seeing anything?
Yeah,
does
it's
it
the same for me.
Yeah.
how can you not see everything a GM sees?
Good question. Maybe if the GM was the one streaming.
I know.
I see TUN in the corner.
Does that help?
No, it
It's
says
loading.
you do not own any token with vision in this scene.
Right.
Weird. Maybe I take it off token vision.
Oh, hey,
There we go.
Here we are.
Okay.
Ooh, these ships are all wobbly.
Yeah. So
Like I got drunk the night before.
so there's an elf woman behind the desk. She's got a ledger, and she's comparing it with another smaller ledger and writing notes down as you walk in. And her eyes, she pauses her writing, and her eyes look up and say, "Can I help you?"
Who's our spokesperson? I vote Callum.
Whoever has the highest charisma, I would say.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
I don't think we have a charisma character in this group.
Yeah,
You
but
don't?
I'm all about intelligence, but
Madame,
oh god,
madame.
it's
I have a charisma of 16, by the way.
All right.
yeah.
Looks like you're it.
and lots of self-importance.
You win.
As it should be.
Yes. Can I help you?
We do have a letter for the dockmaster, right? I read that right.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Could you fetch me the dockmaster?
That is me. I'm on duty as the dockmaster today.
Whoa. Way to get off on the right foot there, buddy.
You
then
miss.
I
Will you fetch me a coffee while I wait for the dockmaster?
You can't be the dockmaster. Now go and fetch me a sandwich.
Ha ha! Surely you jest. No, I don't say that. I hand her the letter.
Okay. She flicks the wax seal off, and she looks it over, and she says, and you are what are your names?
I'm
She's
I am known as Anders.
Fletcher.
Daldo.
I am Craglar.
I am John Toon. Joe Toon. Can't even say my own name.
Calameron.
Ah, okay, yes. It says you are going to be taking the Kraken's tickle. Yes, that's going to be leaving in about half an hour. She stands up from behind her desk and leads you outside and points to one of the smaller ships. The captain is Yarwal Palehammer. You're going to be making up the majority of their passengers, it seems, because they didn't have many before now. So, the fee for the ship is covered, as per this note, from Volothamp, whoever he is. But he does have credit here, so have a good day. Good travels to Chult.
She pointed where the ship was, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Toss my duffel over my shoulder and just start walking that direction.
Follow the cat.
All right. Make your way to the ship, and there's a handful of crew members moving things onto the ship. Some supplies. There is a fancy-looking dwarf up on. Let me. I don't know how this. Sorry, I don't know how this thing works. There we go. Hey, it's a Nate thing. So there's a dwarf up on deck giving people orders, and he looks over as you approach the gangplank.
Is there a placard on the side of the ship that says Kraken's Tickle?
Yep, it's in very fancy lettering near the front.
Is there a, those things on the front of ships that are often sculptures?
Figurehead.
Yeah,
Figurehead.
yeah. It is a
Do I want to know what it
mermaid.
looks like?
It's a mermaid top with instead of a typical fish bottom, it's tentacles, like a whole display of tentacles that are hugging the front of the ship.
Is there a face and an expression of tee-hee?
No.
I go up and I nudge Callum and I say, "You think he picked two random words out of a bag?"
No.
He seems to
there's
be
definitely a
torn on
story.
his theme.
There's definitely a story behind this. Perhaps we shall find out during our travels.
Maybe.
The captain looks down, and he says, "Ahoy!"
I'll look at Anders.
Are you the crew I'm expecting?
Crew, no.
Crew?
Passengers,
Hi,
yes.
Hi, Kith.
Passengers? That's what I meant. Ignore the GM.
We are.
I'm going to say, we don't do any work.
Well, bring your things aboard. We have just a couple other passengers. It should be only a week's trip to Chult. We're leaving in half an hour.
I'm walking up the gangplank as we speak.
You see over toward the front of the ship, there's an armored half-orc female that's sitting up there. She has some sort of symbol emblazoned on her armor, and another man sitting next to her with a loose chain shirt and looser robes, with a similar symbol hanging on a strap that's on his waist.
Do you recognize the symbol?
Yeah. Do we know what it is?
Joe, let's see. Ander and Jotun, you recognize it. Well, Jotun, you're new to the clerk. Ander, you recognize it as the symbol of Torm. anyone who is proficient in religion
Oh,
can recognize that.
proficient? No, not me.
Yeah.
Nope.
Torm, the fist with the eyeball in it. Oh, that's Helm.
That's right.
Same thing. Whatever.
They're very
Question, Matt.
similar.
Yeah.
How big is the ship like in comparison to the others? And what is the general state of the ship? Does it look like very well maintained? Does it look poorly maintained?
It is. It is fairly. It looks fairly newish. Let's see. It is. It's about 60 foot long ship, so it's pretty damn small. 60, 70 feet thereabouts. But fairly new looking, or very well kept.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I board, if the captain's nearby, like I want to take a moment to just really look over the ship and just say, it is a fine ship you have. Well built. I'm sure it makes good speed.
It has. It has in the past. I am. This will be my first journey to Chult. But I have taken passengers up and down the coast for a while. So it holds out well overseas. Beyond. Yeah.
Then it appears we are in good hands. Thank you, Captain.
Oh, you are. I'll get you there in plenty of time. That's for sure. It's the Kraken's tickle, after all.
Should I have heard of it?
You will.
That's the
Ah.
spirit.
She's new.
I'm just gonna say, there must be a story behind that name. You must tell us when we're underway.
He laughs. Yes. Well, I would be happy to regale you with the lengthy story. And then he.
Once I come up with it.
And then he goes back to calling for crew members to take this crate over here, ropes over there, and chastising them when they don't do what they're supposed to.
I'm gonna grab a random sailor and be like, where my bunk at? Where should I be stowing my gear?
Just go down through the grate right there. Just lift it up. There's no stairs. Nice little rope ladder. Plenty of cots down below. Well, hammocks down below.
Alright, luxury accommodations for the guests then, eh? I know.
That's right.
I'll go find where I can stow my stuff.
Get what you pay for.
I'm gonna nudge Fletcher and just say, I'm sure they will be fine. And I'm like, cock my head. Come on.
I'm just joshing him. You would know I actually don't give two shits about luxury anyway.
Yeah.
If it's a sunny spot on a windowsill, I'm happy.
In true cat fashion.
Dangling my limbs off the side of the ship. Really.
Oh yeah.
In time, the ship is loaded, and it leaves the port. Is there anything you wish to do, or
Keep my
anyone you
food
wish
dry.
to speak with, or just ride on out?
Probably right on. I mean, if the captain ever tells us his story, I'll listen in. But
Is there anyone up in the crow's nest right now?
No.
Okay, we're not underway.
No.
I would like to send my familiar up to the crow's nest on the
Okay.
underside and just have him hang out.
Okay.
Someone's gonna kill that spider one of these days.
how long of a ride is it?
About a
days?
week.
Said about a week.
I probably spend the daytimes, maybe not in the crow's nest because I'm not a member of the crew, but I'd be climbing around anywhere that I'm not in the way, in the rigging.
Perching and just up out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you have a natural
Probably.
climb speed, you use it.
I think I'm probably spending a lot of time along the side of the boat because I'm going to be throwing up. My first sea voyage.
Yeah, there's that too.
My kids need help. I will be right back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to be using my cartographer tools and making my own map of our travels.
Oh,
Starting starting here.
Nice.
perfect.
I'll have to
So
look
I'm
that
probably
up.
up
Dalrymple, what are you?
I'm probably up on deck with like various tools like sextants and taking measurements and whatnot. Very much into work.
Hmm.
Once my character
think-
does not have the energy to pick on you.
And I think I'm going to be doing the same thing, and I'll be trying to compare notes with you, instead of being adversarial.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be passively adversarial. When I notice Delta looking over my shoulder, I'm gonna move so my shoulder is in the way.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep at it, and I'm going to ignore the slight and just work alongside you, doing the same thing.
So Anders is also petty. I got it.
He's just proud.
Awesome.
Yeah, prideful.
As the ship gets underway, you're traveling for a little bit, and at one point, the two other passengers make their way over to whoever is on deck at the time. The half orc female and the human male with they approach and introduce themselves. She says, "Hello, fellow, traveling companions. I am Undrill Silvertusk with the Order of the Gauntlet, and this here is Tobias Yah."
You traveling shalt too.
I'm Joe Chun. This is my first trip on a boat. Excuse me.
Yep.
I'll come back. You guys are handling this well. How do you deal with the constant? Yeah, he's like holding his hand over his mouth a second. Nausea.
Turning green.
Well, this isn't my first journey on a ship, and the other guy doesn't say anything. He just he shakes his head.
Followers
And-
of Torm, I see. I get it. I mean, I
Gather.
understand. Gather.
She looks down at the symbol. Yeah. Oh yes.
So,
Fervent
what
followers.
godforsaken duty brings you to Chult then?
The order has called us there. The order has frequent need of a constant stream of people like ourselves.
Is there
You
a temple
do-
there?
For Torm, no, there isn't. For Gond, yeah, and a few others, I believe. But we're not opening a church. We're trying to stem the flow of undead that ravage that land.
Oh, I shoot the rest of my companions and look at the mention of undead. Have we been told there's a lot of undead out there?
Yeah, I think Volo mentioned
Volo
it, right?
mentioned it? Okay, I wasn't sure. All right.
Offhandedly.
Well,
Are you going there for the order? Is that why you're on this ship? Tomorrow, right?
we're going there for an order.
Yes, but I'm not part of any organized religion.
And Salune? Do you wear your symbol out?
It's on my shield. So
Okay, yeah.
if I have my shield there, then yeah, she could see it.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going for Salune, but actually I'm following the map maker at her behest, and I point it. I put it down. No.
I just rolled my eyes.
Mapmaker. So, you're with the Fist?
No,
Not exactly.
I kind of, any outfit signias I may have, I kind of tuck away. Fist? What?
What is this fist?
The Flaming Fist. The law in Baldur's Gate.
I just kind of laugh.
Part of the Lord's Alliance. They've got
What?
a big stronghold over in Chult, Fort Belorian.
Interesting. My background stuff might come in handy.
Why would we be a part of them if we're traveling there? What about us?
Well, you
I'm
said
new.
you said Mapmaker. The Lord's Alliance is mapping Chult. That everyone knows that. Well, everyone who
Oh,
knows
no,
anything
I mean-
about.
No, we're just treasure hunting, I guess. He's not going there to make maps. That's crazy. They frown upon that.
Can you just roll your deception just a little bit?
Just
I'll
a little.
roll
bit.
it.
How do you roll it?
It's a little bit of deception.
I'll roll it. I'm not saying it's a good idea, but I'll do it. Oh, I did okay. Look at me.
You're all deceptive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a liar.
You big liar, you.
Well, treasure hunting, huh? That's daring work, I suppose. Is there have you traveled through the jungle before?
I don't know anything about Torm, do I?
Torm?
Yeah. As a not trained religion person.
You know that it is a very popular religion.
I know that they have paladins. I know that they're on the lawful, or at least on the good side of the equation.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you've heard duty and loyalty being like things that they prize.
Okay. So I'm not too worried about them getting, the wrong impression from what we're actually doing. So I'll be like, we're working for Volo.
Yeah, no, there's
I was about to say that before Jim said anything.
Yeah.
Jim screwed it up. What a jerk.
Thanks, Jim. I was going to say, well, actually,
I don't need to find treasure when Volo's footing the bill.
Volo. I don't know who Volo is.
He's a blowhard.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
I fish out the book from my pack, and I hand it to her.
Signed copy.
Oh.
One.
She
It might be valuable
On
someday.
she
Do you plan on fighting any monsters? This might become handy.
she flips through it really quickly. Are you really giving this to me?
It's mine. Now it's yours.
Technically it's ours and now it's hers. Thanks,
Really?
there, Anders.
I don't really want one.
Well, I was holding it, and possession is 9/10 of the law.
It's not.
Where's the other one?
You know how you
What
really learn
laws do
about
you speak
monsters?
of?
She presses it back in your hand. I cannot.
Don't you have some purging to do?
I cannot take something so expensive from someone I don't know. What are you after? Are you trying to bribe me for some reason? This is
No. This is not a bribe.
Yes, and you
seem like-
passed.
You seem like good, faithful followers of Torm. This is merely to help you in your travels.
I whisper over his shoulder.
From the
Or
kindness
mouth, I should say.
from
Go
the
ahead.
kindness of my own heart.
More like I mouth it.
her her buddy Tobias reaches his hand out, and he will take the book.
You ask me, you can't learn about fighting monsters from a stupid book. You have to fight them.
Yeah, you get that right, Craglock.
Not that I can read anyway, but you know.
Not biased at all.
So what you're saying is
Let's see you find. Let you try to find some place without a map. Then
so what
I
you
can
meant to say
find
is not
places
you
without a
can't-
map. It's getting back that's the tricky part.
Are you equating a,
What you meant to say is
book about
I
monsters
can't learn
as
how to
a
fight
book?
monsters in a book.
So what you're
So
saying
I-
is the
Book
guidebook
would've
is
sold
like a
for.
map of the monsters. I get it.
She gives a quick bow. She said, I thank you for your donation to Storm's followers. Hopefully it will not be needed. But it'll be
I kind of wander off.
So disappointed in Anders.
I'm like a cat. I lost interest. Just wander off. No goodbye.
good. Everyone's gone. Let me tell you my real plan.
Betrayal.
Tobias wanders off as well and opens the book and leafs through it for a time.
Like much more slowly than she did.
Yes.
We'll run into them later. They're super successful thanks to the book. You're like, damn it!
All right. Anything else you would like to do on your travel to Cholt over the next week, other than vomit, eat, and sleep?
And climb? No, not really.
How long does your familiar stay up under the crow's nest?
So what I kind of just plan on doing is just have him handy and present, and if there are conversations that I can listen to, I would employ him just to kind of hear and see what's going on. Crew or other passengers, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just looking to gather information.
All right. You at one moment while or you have to recast the find familiar spell every once in a while because he
Only-
catches wind
Oh.
and
Oh.
wind sometimes blows and over the the week or so.
Okay.
But you do catch conversations about partway through. This is the captain's second significant voyage. He's fairly green. The crew is excited to see what he can do, but hesitant about his abilities. Though, based on what you can see, you're sailing fine through an ocean of blue. So, a couple people have been to Cholt before. You hear a lot of information that you've already heard. There's dinosaurs there. There's an undead problem. There's the port is dangerous.
Do they mention what kind of dangers?
Or the harbor is dangerous. No, you some of the crew just you overhear them saying that they hope Aramag doesn't show up again.
Hmm.
What's Aramag? I will ask someone who says that. What's an Aramag?
Aramag? You've not heard of Aramag? The terror of the deep?
Can't say as I have.
A dragon turtle.
Oh boy.
He calls the harbor his home outside of Port Nyanzaru or Nyanzaru.
Does he show up often?
He hasn't been seen for a while, but yes, frequently enough, harasses the ships coming in. I was on a ship once that came in right after he had accosted another. They had to throw their things overboard.
I checked my character sheet to confirm I'm still level 1. Yeah, we should probably avoid this area.
And that's about all you can get out of. That's all that person knows. They didn't actually see
Just the
Aramag,
aftermath.
just the rumor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, I'm with you. I hope we don't see Aramag. Toss in a prayer for me to whoever you pray to.
The rest of the voyage goes fairly uneventfully. However, you can see you as you get to the later days of your journey, you can feel the temperature changing. There's still a strong ocean breeze, but the air feels heavier and more humid as you get closer to land, and when you can see in the far distance the sign of what looks to be your destination, as indicated by the crew, the heat is feeling pretty oppressive despite the wind. Hours tick by, and you get closer to land, and that you're sweating buckets, and you see like the a fairly decent sized city nestled in some hills in a nice bay area, and Port Nyanzaru is there. There's ships you can see littered across the docks, and anchored out further from the land, and as you go in, as the ship comes in, the sea ahead of you roils and churns, and waves crash over the bow of your ship. Driven by sawtoothed hills rising from the heaving foams, like this mountain-looking thing is rising up. Water streams off the rising crags like rivers crashing down a mountainside. At last, the emerging island stops growing in size, although the sea around still tosses your ship like a drifting feather. Then a huge blast of steam erupts from the waves, and through the drifting rainbow-crossed mist, you see an immense beak and a milky eye, the size of a dead cask, staring blindly in your direction. As the water calms, you also spot a dozen or more shark fins circling the ship. Let me switch you two.
Oh shit!
Can you see?
Oh my god!
Oh my!
So this massive head.
Whoa!
But not the dragon turtle. I'm going to show you a better picture.
That's a good picture right there, I gotta tell you.
That's a pretty,
Yes.
pretty accurate picture.
Perspective.
Oh,
That's not a better picture. That's worse.
Cool.
It's much worse.
That makes me feel a lot worse.
Do not want.
Dragon turtles
So-
are not messing around.
So this head reaches just out of the water and begins to speak in a
language that I don't know which of you understand.
Hey, your voice changed.
That's do any
No, I don't have to
do
comment.
any of you speak Aquan?
Aquan? No.
No.
Daldo?
I don't. Let me.
Oh.
I don't think
half-ass
I
turtle
do.
are you? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, I do speak Aquan.
Yes.
Yay!
So then I will you can translate as you see fit.
Yeah, I'll just repeat what he's saying back in common as he's saying it.
I can't rotate my person.
Welcome to my port.
Thank
Throw
you for
over
welcoming
your
us.
fee.
What was that?
Throw over your fee.
Oh my god.
How much is the fee?
As he speaks, he slowly starts to circle the ship, keeping his head.
Sorry, keeping his head facing you.
Are you translating for us?
Yeah.
Captain, what's the fee for this guy?
And don't say one of us. Don't say one of us.
One of us. One of us.
I've never been here before. And one of the crewmates says, "He wants our gold."
We don't have any gold.
How the fuck are we gonna give him gold that's not gonna go straight to the ocean?
He just has to throw it overboard.
Give me your fee. And he circles.
He circles more and a little faster, and you can see as he is circling, it's almost effortless the way he moves around the ship and how quickly he moves. And you can see that the as he's circling and the ship starts to circle as well.
I approach the side of the ship, and in a as loud voice as I can get in Draconic, I say, "Oh, great one! What is the fee?"
In
I say
Draconic.
that in Aquan.
Oh. He replies in Draconic. He says, I require your treasure.
Well, then lucky for us,
Give
we
him
don't
the
have
other
any.
book. Give him the other book.
Oh man.
Fill your sack and throw it overboard.
Don't we have a sack?
Good lord.
Yeah. But it's for a keen alpha.
I like the
Is
other.
this a keen alpha?
I like the other book idea. It's the most valuable item we have. The signed copy of Frollo's book.
What is he
That
saying?
signed copy.
What is he saying?
I'm translating as he's speaking.
Okay. Some crew members bring a burlap sack over, and you can
there
see
it
now
is.
that the ship is caught in an eddy, and while the dragon turtle is rotating around around in the ocean, your ship has reached a speed that it's rotating with you, so his head is maintaining pace with your ship as you rotate.
Play do
Not
his
great.
Did we ever find out? Did we ever find out how much gold was in that sack that Folo gave to us?
Let's not talk about
Yeah.
it in front of the dragon.
There were two sacks, weren't there? One was for the ship, and one was for the guild master.
Yeah, he didn't. I think it was 50 or something in the purple pouch, but I don't remember for sure. But it says here 2,000 for our princely fee. Right?
And one of the
Yeah.
and one of the copies of the book was meant for the guild master.
Oh,
But somebody just gave away one, so there's only one left.
that was probably our fault.
I'm going to shout to the cleric, the war Tobias, I think you said. Throw the book in. It's worth money.
If you throw it in the water, it'll be destroyed. It won't be worth money.
Music's playing, Matt.
I don't think he cares. And I point to the dragon.
I think that
Tobias brings the book over and drops it in the sack. The captain also comes over and takes a small pouch of coins and puts it in the sack. And Undril also puts some things in the sack.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna throw 20 gold in this.
I'm gonna loot the party treasure, and I'm gonna put 31 gold in.
Yeah, I'll put in 10. That's what I've got. Don't kill us.
I'll put in 20.
And I'll make a show of letting the 30 gold coins fall into the sack.
Yeah, one by one.
As you put the coins in one by one, the Aramag rotates really fast and smacks the boat with his tail.
Hey,
I didn't-
hey, we're giving you gold.
Can everyone please make a strength or dex saving throw?
Where are the saving throws? Oh, I see. I think.
Work.
There we go.
Oh, I put save there.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
at least you're not as bad as Anders.
Looks like Anders going for a swim.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Jotun, Ander, Fletcher, and Callum, you are all knocked overboard.
No, no.
Oh God. Just to be clear, I was not putting the coins in one at a time. Anyone else that wants to do that can certainly do that. I was just pouring them in, but not just
But
dropping
slowly.
them at once.
Yeah.
Fletcher said he was putting them in one at a
No,
time.
I was describing his slot. I didn't put anything in.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll save you.
yeah,
I'm gonna snatch. Throw the bag in immediately.
No.
Jotun-
Wet cat, wet cat.
Jotun, did you jump in?
No, I got knocked in.
Ah,
oh, sorry.
I'm
oh
talking.
yeah, you
in-
did.
They are. Aramag is not like it hit the boat. It hit the boat. He is not going for you.
Right.
You
Right.
are. You know that you're nothing. You're a snack.
yeah,
You're not even a snack.
Yeah. Well,
Um.
I'm gonna, if I can, try to grab Ander because he's close to me and grab onto the side of the boat.
All right. Can you roll just a dex check, please?
Yes. Ugh. No.
I'm gonna try to do that, but without trying to grab Fletcher.
Okay, go for it.
A check or a save?
Check, not a save. All right. Callum, Ander, Jotun, are you gonna just hang out in the water, or are you gonna try to get back on the boat?
No, I'm gonna try to
I'm
get back on the
trying.
boat,
Grab the boat, I mean.
but I was gonna ask you, do I have to do some sort of save to keep my shield when I fell over?
Carrying it, or was it like on your back, like people typically?
Yeah, I don't know how securely it gets put on your back when you're holding it, so
Okay.
that's why I was asking.
Let's say.
Why wasn't it next
no.
to your hammock, you weirdo?
Because I didn't think about it.
Oh,
I didn't know I was going to get hit by a dragon.
I am.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured I'm walking around the boat without like all my shit because
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you would have your
we've just been
shield.
sailing for 2 weeks or a week.
Well,
If
we
you-
just saw shore, so I'm like, oh, look, we're going to get off the boat. I've been sick all fucking week. This is great. Get my stuff, go to the boat, and then dragon.
All right, roll your dex check. I'm making the difficulty a little bit. You've got your shield, and you're even though the water's spinning around, you're able to swim back to the boat and grab on and hold on to your shield as well.
Thank you.
and it doesn't take that, like the crew members are trying to pull you back up, and it doesn't take long before you get back in, all of you.
Okay.
Never, ever going on a boat again. Never.
Scale the side of the speed.
I'm gonna shout. Did you
Wow,
throw
music's
the
loud, Matt.
sack?
Music's very loud.
So loud.
Oh, it switched to a new one and went up high.
Yeah.
Got very dramatic for a second.
Oh, I have to put it on a repeat. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Let's just drop that sack overboard, like right away.
More.
Oh, wrong one.
More.
Oh my god.
What is he saying?
That's everything we have.
You said,
I mean, I got 5 gold I can throw in, but I don't think that's gonna make a difference.
Don't tell him that.
Captain. Did the captain pay anything? Or the crew?
Yeah, he did. He put it in a sack. If I'm just gonna say he wants more.
I don't have any more. Does anybody have any more?
I mean, so you had 2 sacks, right? 2 sacks. The letter from Volo said the 50 gold for a Keneafa and a book. The other
I
sack.
wasn't sure if
Yeah.
the 2,000 was actually in our possession.
Yeah, I
had it later.
no,
The other sack
I was
is-
wondering what that.
That was the payment that Volo said that he would give you up front, which is
And how
75.
much was that
75 gold a person.
75.
per person?
So there's 450 gold in that sack.
Oh.
Well, if I'd known that, I'd be already going for it.
Toss it in.
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Toss it in.
The
Yeah.
whole thing?
I don't want to die.
Yeah. We stand to make money here if we're lucky.
I'll grab
You
Anders.
just
You
have
want
to
a
get to
junior
the
map maker
manifest.
too?
Hey.
Kidding.
Oh, it's over.
If no one else is doing it, I'm doing it. I'm throwing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just want to know that bastard knew we had all that gold.
As soon as, oh, damn it,
This voice mod thing. As soon as the bag hits the water, the boat spins out of view of the dragon. Like the dragon doesn't pace it, and you see the dragon turtle sink into the water as the ship continues its spin, slowing until it's angling away from Port Nyanzaru. The crew, Undrill, Tobias, the captain are all sweating bullets and looking very shaken.
I'm gonna find that crew member that I talked to about the dragon turtle. Be like, so how was it?
That was not as expected. Fucking Aramag. Son of a bitch.
I bet he's got a lot of treasure down under there. Point of the bay.
Why don't you go get it?
Someday. Someday I think we will.
What was in that sack you threw in? A book?
A very valuable book. Have
The,
you heard of Volo?
No. Never heard of Volo? Nope. Nope.
Oh,
But fucking Aramag I've heard of. I've seen him with my own 2 eyes.
I just nod. Yep, and then I wander off.
The captain gets the ship spun around in the right direction and heads for the port.
The Tabaxi has a Tabaxi.
Yay! And I'm getting kisses. How you doing?
The ship pulls in to port to one of the docks, and gangplank goes down. Ropes go out, and it's the captain comes up and says, "Whatever you threw in that sack, I appreciate it. I didn't think he was ever going to leave.
I say.
I've heard. I thought the tales of this Aramag creature was, well, tall tales.
Just tails.
Yeah.
No, he had a shell and a head too.
Well, Captain, thanks for a very entertaining and eventful trip.
Oh, and one last thing. The way I named this ship, I forgot to tell you on our ride. I threw a bunch of names in a hat and pulled 2 out.
Son of a! I hand 5 silver over to Fletcher.
Shit named Mad Libs.
If you need passage back to Baldur's Gate, I can guarantee you it won't be on my ship. I am not coming back here. I'm going to stick to the Sword Coast.
Kind of
So
Otis.
farewell. And he looks over to Undrill and Tobias, who are disembarking. You can let the Order know that I'm out. It's not happening again. And they give a nod to the captain. They give a nod to.
Oops.
Never mind. They give a nod to all of you, and they head off up the dock,
All right.
or heading up the dock.
I think we will too.
Yeah.
As you pulled into the dock and get off the ship, the sun is oppressive. But the city before it, it's a tropical city in front of you. There's there's a right here, activate. So you appear in a tropical city under the blazing sun. There's the familiar sounds of a harbor. There's creaking ropes, slapping waves, heavy barrels rolling across cobblestones.
Give us
Yeah,
a-
Matt, is the daughter oppressive too, or just the son?
Ha ha!
Oh,
Just the sun.
Uh,
Yeah.
There's voices shouting and cursing in an unfamiliar language filled with clicks, inhalations, and sing-songy words that make it sound almost musical. The aroma of unfamiliar spices and tropical fruit mixes with the wharfside smells of fish, tar, and canvas.
We need a visible token or whatever.
Oh,
or just take off the token if
It
it's
is-
not a map.
It is blackness again.
so token side there. There we go.
Oh yes.
Beyond all that, Port Nyanzaru is an explosion of color. Buildings are painted in bright shades of blue, green, orange, and salmon pink, or their walls are adorned with murals portraying giant reptiles and mythical heroes. Every building sports baskets and clay urns of colorful flowers or is draped in leafy, flowering vines. Minstrels in bright clothing adorned with feathers and shells perform on street corners. Multicolored pennants and sun awnings flutter atop the city walls. A crowd of children dressed in feathered hats and capes races past you, squealing in delighted terror as a street performer costumed as a big-toothed lizard stomps and roars behind them. The whole city seems to be bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, and singing. End bot.
So what? Where do we know we need to go next?
We need to find this guildmaster, don't we?
Yeah, that's next order of business, I think.
I'll be right back.
Same here.
I'm so happy to be on dry land.
It's been too long. So yeah. So what do you do? What's your plan?
We're gonna try to find this guild master.
All right. Someone.
I'll be right back as well.
Can I get an investigation roll, please?
I'm not that intelligent.
One moment, and I will roll.
Why are you hiding it from us?
I'm barely intelligent, but I'm just not.
You're
not
hiding your
used to
rolls
this.
from us.
Not used to this. Oh shit! Can I roll again, Matt? Since I hid that from them. Oh no, never mind. I'll stick with the first roll.
You did the equivalent of muting your dice.
Yeah.
Like, what is it with you muting things?
Muting? Mute you.
Careful now. He's gonna be.
Others have
Yeah.
tried.
It's not too long before Joe Toon, you eventually find the right person to speak to, who mentions that a Kenny Alpha is typically in her manor, and he names where is actually let me in the merchant's ward. Yeah, so you find the you speak to someone and indicates that Kenny Alpha's manor is at in the merchant ward section of the city. Do you guys have a drop down that for private whispers?
No, we do not have a drop down. You have to. That's what I was trying. I set it to private GM role, but in chat you have to use the whisper / WGM, and you can also do players. So it's to just the players.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if. I mean, I'm assuming the GM can hear that. Maybe. Could you see that?
No.
So yeah. So we can whisper without you.
Nice. So how do you do that?
Can we keep things from the GM?
/W, and then the name of the player. So
Or players, if you want to, talk shit about.
Can't you just use the public role,
cool.
private
You
role?
cannot. That's what I was trying. That's why my rolls were private. Because I was saying that is only for dice rolls.
Oh, because did you guys see me saying "Hey me"?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Well, you just gotta whisper. It's just.
I want to whisper to
/W.
myself.
So /whisper Callum. Hi. And it works.
You can even whisper in other languages. Neat.
What?
I do like the language thing. That's kind of neat. Yes, so I share this with the party.
You cannot whisper in other languages.
You can't? I can.
I cannot. No, I can. It doesn't affect whispers. Not whispers.
Aldo, did you get a whisper from me in a weird language?
From GM, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even. Did that even show up in a different language?
I think it only shows up in the language of the characters, I guess. When you talk. But they don't have tokens.
By the way, that's the sound that plays when I use my charm spell.
Easy.
That's fantastic. All right. So you're given quick instructions to get to the merchant ward. It's not that far from the harbor ward, which is where you're at.
We want to go
And-
straight there, or do we want to stay for the night somewhere and get our bearings?
What time of
And-
day is it?
It's mid-afternoon.
While everyone is kind of investigating the harbor, when we left the ship, I kind of want to just see where the two Torn followers go. Just like, do they seem like they have a purpose? Like they know where they're going, or are they just looking around like us? Or
They are. They know where they're going.
okay,
They get off. They disembark and then they head for the. Let's see. You guys would be. They head to the left, down a main street to the left
No,
through the
we-
crowd.
Now, is this heat oppressive enough that I should change in my scale mail?
It is pretty damn hot. Yeah.
Like maybe I should get some studded mail, because that might be something I want to do if it's going to be that hot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As
Did,
Jerry
we,
pointed out a long time ago.
did we get told if we were going to have any kind of quarters or anything set up here, or should we get a room?
Not told. The only thing Volo told you about was that he would supply you for your journey into the jungle, and he would pay your way to Port Nyanzaru.
Okay.
I was muted. Didn't he also say he was going to provide us supplies?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what.
what the
That's probably at the
Yeah.
guild.
That's the
Guildmasters-
guild masters, right?
Okay. That makes more
Wait,
sense.
you were muted?
Then let's find an inn, a reputable one.
Agreed.
So
There
one
are
not on the harbor.
yes, not on the harbor. There, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. There are there in your questioning about where you can find a Kaneafa, you also hear about two inns of note. They are the insert name here. Where is it?
I swear to God, if one of them says the dragon's tickle, we're not.
Maybe it's the dragon's pickle.
Oh,
There's so many locations in this city. Sorry. DM pause.
Matt, what was the name of the ship that you had in Star Drive?
God, wow.
Was it like the chocolate bar or something?
I don't remember. The Thundering Lizard and Kaya's House of Repose are the two places. Thundering... If you're looking for a good time, Thundering Lizard. If you're looking for some rest, Kaya's House of Repose.
I was just gonna say that I've had enough of lizards for the day.
The same thing. Kaya's house of repose.
Yep.
You know,
a little less lizard in our
the
lives.
lizard, the thundering lizard, seems more my style. So is someone telling us about the inns, or are we just?
You were getting just this is the information that you have picked up in your questioning of the folks around looking for a Kaneafa.
All right,
If you wanna ask them,
my vote is the thundering lizard.
Thought
Yeah,
you said
mine
you had
too.
enough of lizards.
Well, that was before I heard the description. You know, that's why I was
Oh, I
gonna
see.
say, I was gonna say.
Well, does anyone have any objections?
No.
I guess that's it.
Thundering Lizard it is.
All right. You head for a place called the Red Bazaar. The inns are both right around the Red Bazaar. As you get to, you're walking through the city and you pass. There's tons of awnings. There's people splaying large multicolored claws hanging out their windows. You hear talks of dinosaur races in your walk coming tomorrow. And speaking of dinosaurs, you see ankylosaurs walking the streets with riders. They're pulling wagons. There's no horses to be seen.
Oh, wow.
There's hadrosaur, ankylosaur, the occasional Deinonychus, even though the small thing, but those smaller dinosaurs have their muzzles strapped down so they can't bite.
Oh, I can't wait to a wild shape. This is great. I'm seeing them all now.
Making a
But
list.
you finally make your way to the Red Bazaar, and it is a large display of colored tents and open air shops of various foods and drinks and trinkets. Kids come up to you and stand in front of you and are trying to get you to buy flowers. One attempts to lean down and shine your shoes, Ander.
No, that won't be necessary. I check my pockets.
They are still filled with all your lack of coin that you gave them.
Exactly.
That's so depressing.
But as you get further into the bazaar, you realize where it gets its name. There are huge slabs of dinosaur meat.
They're gonna say
And
it's bizarre.
There's blood covering there's a whole small run of tables with meat hooks hanging above them and blood dripping down and flies everywhere and people calling out for choice cuts of meat. And you make your way through the bazaar. If you want to stop, let me know. But otherwise, you find your way to the Thundering Lizard Inn. You stand before it, and you see outside of the inn there's a billboard with a number of notes and some hand-drawn pictures on the board, right underneath. So it says the Thundering Dragon Inn, and below is the billboard. And there's a few people looking at it.
It's the quest board.
What's that?
I said it's the quest board.
Quest board.
I look for yellow exclamation points.
Are
Just
they all-
realized, do we actually have any coin to pay for this?
I didn't throw in my personal coin, so I
me
can
neither.
spot you guys if you need.
I have a little personal coin left as well. I didn't throw all mine in.
Can't say the same.
There would only be just a tiny interest fee.
Interest free.
That's fair.
It's only the one night anyway if we're lucky. Or unlucky.
All right. Into the inn.
Into the end.
Yeah.
All right.
To the thick of it.
It is a bustling, raucous inn. There are you smell food smells that aren't common to your nose. It smells strange, but also makes you salivate.
They serve dinosaur.
Eric dinosaur.
Well, I've never tasted dinosaur.
It's a little chewy.
That's probably right, but I have eaten lizards off the street before.
You, as you enter, your group is noticed.
You think?
Bye.
With a tabaxi and a turtle.
So much of most of the people that you see here are dark-skinned, that you've seen in the city. Dressed definitely very different than the way you are, and a large number of strange folk entering the inn has definitely caught some eyes. There's just a pause in the din, and then people turn.
Record scratch.
Yeah. And they turn back to their drink and their food.
All right.
Friendly sorts.
Walk up to the counter. Bonk. We need sleeping quarters for 6.
There's a fairly sturdy-looking man walks over. He's got some brightly colored robes on, and he says, welcome. How many rooms?
How many can sleep in a room comfortably?
4, perhaps? We have larger rooms.
Then we need 2.
2 large rooms. 4 per room. Perfect.
How much is a small room?
There's 6 of us.
Yeah, but we need one large and one small, buddy.
What's
Come
the
on.
cheapest way to sleep 6? You got 2 3-bedrooms?
To sleep 6, the cheapest I could do, well, we have room out in the stables.
No.
John Toon gets his backpack and starts going outside.
Yeah.
2 silver a head out in the stables. Otherwise, it's a gold a room. If you want a large room, it'll be 2 gold a night.
And how many how many can fit in the regular room? Can we fit 3 in a regular room?
Not comfortably, but some have done it.
Cuddle.
We'll take 1 large and 1 regular
So 3 gold.
for 3 gold. All right, who's paying?
I have
I'll
some
chip
money.
in one.
Yeah, I can chip in
I'll
1.
chip in a gold.
I'll chip in a gold.
All right, there's our 3.
Are you new in
Done
town?
deal.
We are.
What gave it away?
No, we're here. We're in here every day. You haven't noticed us?
I never forget a face.
What's this guy's race?
Human. What brings you to Chult?
I'm going to
Boat.
take a look around the room,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say, I can see that you're busy, and we appreciate the prompt service. And I'm going to slide 5 silver. My thanks.
He chuckles and it disappears off the counter.
Okay.
I got nothing for my comedy gold, man.
I get gold for you. Oh, he wanted silver. He wanted you to give him silver.
So, I'm assuming you were giving him the hint that he needs to get away.
No, actually,
oh.
I want to ask him a question, but I want to make sure he's properly
Lubricated.
Interested in.
Okay.
in
Yeah,
talking
he'll-
more to me.
That's a different kind of payment.
Um,
true.
I'm going to say to him, my good man, you know probably much of what goes on in this port. Where might one go if he were interested in unique items of the magical sort?
Oh,
What kind of
that's
money do you
easy. Everything of magic nature, almost everything of magic nature, goes through one of the merchant princes, Wakanga Utamu. However, if you're looking for magic swords or magic daggers or shields, Ekiniafa. She buys the enchantments from Wakanga Utamu. This is known.
What was the second name?
Ekiniafa.
Akini.
Ekiniafa, the person in the note that's who you're
That's the
supposed to
person
meet
we're
with
looking for.
to see. Yeah, to
Okay, good, because I don't know. I don't fucking know how to spell that shit. All right.
Is there any games of chance going on?
Oh no.
Yes.
I want
There-
to go and try to join them. I walk over and you mind if an outsider loses some gold?
Oh yes, join us. That would be great.
I'm
Especially
actually
if
gonna
that's your
lose.
goal.
I'm probably going to lose because I am not proficient.
Pull up a chair.
Wait a minute. I wanna cast guidance on him. Before each time he tries.
You know Zambu, and he
No,
passes
but
3 dice over to you.
I believe I'm a quick learner. I'm not.
Guidance. All right. You touch one.
Are you doing it too?
Yeah.
You can only get it from one, I think.
Yeah. I just clicked on it to see what the duration was.
It's 1 minute, but it's like the first roll they do in that minute.
Yeah.
The noise in here is loud enough that you can speak your words unnoticed, and you tap Ander.
I like, what the hell, man? What, why?
We just put our hands on your shoulder.
Get
Roll
off.
well.
So he instructs you in a game that I don't know, but roll your
Aw.
what is that?
I was just trying to see if you can roll. Sadly, even if you're proficient, like you can't just roll your dice set, like you can in Roll20.
You can't just click on it. and-
No. So if you're proficient, you get your dex mod
Proficiency.
plus your proficiency, and so I just wanted to test to see if you can do like a /R 1d20 plus 5. Which I might make a macro for that if I can figure out how.
And in your case, Jamie, you have to also add a d4 to it as well.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm rolling yet.
What is gamble? Typically,
Cool.
Typically, it's just roll against roll.
I would think, yeah.
a roll against just a d20.
Because it's just luck.
Yeah.
Luck. Okay. I will.
Unless you
So
can make, dice, but if there's some skill involved.
Yeah, like the proficiency
like
for
poker
dice and cards
or-
and stuff.
Yeah, then you'd base it on the whatever attribute you think it would make
Yeah.
more sense.
I will let it be a wisdom roll, and you can roll with advantage for guidance. Right? Guidance gives you advantage, or is it a bonus?
No,
No,
d4.
Plus
D4.
D4.
Okay.
Dice are normally dex.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you're
dice
trying
is-
to cheat.
No.
Yeah. This is
Cheat would be sleight
Yep.
of hand.
which is
Which is dex.
dex. Yeah.
Which is dex.
There's a wisdom roll, please.
Alright. It's that plus what do I get for the guidance?
1d4.
D4.
That's 2d4.
Oh. It won't tell you what those dice came in.
3 was the first one. So 18. 18.
How do you where do you see what each dice individually rolled?
If you click on the 5, it'll expand down and show.
Oh, all right.
Already.
Okay. You play that first round, and you come out. What's your wager?
What's the buy-in? Or what are they telling you the buy-in is?
They're telling you the buy-in is 5 silver.
All right, then I put in 5 silver.
All right. So 5 silver. So that is. You earn 5 extra silver on top of it.
Excellent.
And he gives you the side eye and says, "Again! Oh, beginner's luck."
Yes, and I kind of rub my fingers on my amulet. I don't cast any spells. I just like.
But we do. You're doing good, Ander.
He's praying to his god.
Because I have guidance as well, but I don't want to cheat.
All right.
Can I roll an Arcana to see if I can see what he's casting? Since I'm not a cleric.
Who's casting?
Jotun.
Oh, for guidance.
It would be probably religion, right?
I thought
Or
for
for
spells,
cleric
I thought
spells,
it was Arcana, but I don't know.
even if it's a cleric
I don't
spell.
know. I really don't.
Yeah, I think it'd be DM discretion or whatever, because, yeah, that's a weird one. Because it's
Yeah.
still technically a spell, but...
They're not an arcane caster, so but it's hard to, yeah.
We
I'll
don't
say-
get our spells
I-
from praying anymore.
Yeah, I think it is Arcana though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
Do it.
You lose 2 silver on that one.
Oh, son of a- You can go back to the other guys. I just meant that's what Andrew's doing while everyone else is.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Losing money.
Yeah. All right. He cast guidance. Anyway. So what's your plan? What are you guys doing?
You said it's late afternoon, early evening?
Late afternoon. Yep.
Well, I'm thinking about checking out some of these interesting smelling foods. Which is cooking in
Correct.
this place, right? So just picking up dinner while we're here, and then probably, besides just seeing the sights, not really that much, I don't think.
Are those people in the bottom of the picture? Are they cockfighting?
More like dinosaur
Looks
fighting.
like it.
I'm not gonna lie. The one on the right looks like a freaking duck.
It's Mark.
That elf on the far left has some killer ears.
Yes,
on
she
the left.
does.
When Anders quits, I am going to take off my armor, and I'm actually going out into the marketplace to see if anybody's willing to trade my armor for studded leather. I was going to do that long before, and I forgot. So
Okay. You can find after
slightly more valuable.
Yeah, you can get a little less than half the price of scale from someone.
I'm not going to have enough for studded leather that way.
How much is studded?
45, and the scale mail is 50.
Yeah, so you can get 24 gold from it from scale
Yeah.
mail.
Well, if I'm not going to find studded for that, I'm not going to obviously do it. So
Yeah, the stuff you're wearing is heavy or medium?
it's medium.
Okay.
But I was asking earlier if it was going to actually cause a problem or not, because I get disadvantage on stealth, so I don't know if
Right.
that means it's hot.
Couldn't do a straight up trade for it since scale is actually technically better than studded leather.
That's what I was hoping for, but
Yeah, but in this area, if it
it's
is
used technically, and
well,
Oh, yeah.
and if it is a penalty in the heat, then people aren't going to want it down here anyway.
That's
Right.
true too. I didn't think of
Yeah.
that.
But I
so
thought that was
I just
only
will have
heavy
no
on-
luck. I will try, but I will have no luck.
Yeah, I thought it was. I don't know. Might be different. in
You
Chuck.
can do.
It's really fine.
No, I will let you do. You're not going to get full price, and you can't do a full trade. But if you'd like to do a persuasion check, or is there a diplomacy check?
No, it's just persuasion now. Yeah.
Persuasion. Okay. Yeah. Persuasion.
21.
21.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You can haggle. So you haggle, and you can get a price of 35
You're closer.
Or what?
for your scale.
Yeah, I don't have any gold though. I gave it all to the dragon.
I mean, I'll spot you. What do you need?
I guess 10 now.
3, 5,
If I'm getting it at market price.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Don't worry about it. If it wasn't going to work, it wasn't going to work. I'm not that worried about it.
Okay.
I just figured it'd be something he would do when he realized how hot it was. So
Might be able to swap
probably-
something at the guild place too.
yeah, we might just find some. You never know.
'Cause if we're going
Man, I
out
gotta
to the
step
dungeon,
away
then
for a
we
little
get
bit
stuff.
to put my kids to bed.
Oh no! All right.
All right, be back.
All right.
So yeah, I think besides just checking the visuals out, it's probably fast forward till we
Fast
get
forward,
to
alright.
the place.
Is there a penalty for wearing medium armor in the heat, or is it just?
There, you roll your when you check for exhaustion. You'll roll with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I have no armor, so I was just curious.
Yeah. If you're wearing like metal armor of any sort.
Got it.
It's cool, I say.
Like, yeah. From a technical standpoint, that's the.
Got it.
Besides, I mean, it was probably stained with vomit. Like, who's going to want to buy that, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure it smells great.
No one wants to hang out with me.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're
you're
wondering why
sleeping in the
everyone's
barn
keeping away from
tonight.
You let's see. Can I get a from Ander? Can you give me a D4 roll and a D12 roll? Okay. You make out with an additional positive 9 silver, all told,
Yes.
for your gambling adventure.
That's all because
Gambling
of
is
us.
the key to wealth. I've learned.
So, the things you learn as you hang out in the inn, there's a few sites within the city that people are typically drawn to. It's a trade heavy city. This is a place where tons of trade happens, but there's also events. So there is a dinosaur race that's happening tomorrow, and that's a big event. There's frequently tests of strength and money to be made in the arena. And there's a lot of betting and money to be made at a place called Executioner's Run, which is in Old City.
Is there a track for the dinosaur races?
There is.
Like a straight up track.
The track is through the streets of Port Nyanzaru.
Oh, okay. So they shut off some
Yeah.
streets.
Yeah. So, can you see?
Not like a stadium. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a. I'm gonna show you this.
Oh, nice.
Oops. Configure.
we dock? South side or inside this middle part?
The middle part.
Okay.
And I'll ping where you are.
And I'm
just
assuming the dragon turtle was not this close to the city.
the dragon turtle was not that close to the city. It was out in the bay,
Okay.
like off map. But you are right around. So the bazaar is down here,
Okay.
and you guys are in this building here.
Oh, yep.
You can see my ping. Yeah.
I did not. Can you do it one more time? There it is. Never mind.
Yep.
Thank you.
The arena, you're told is up
Okay. That makes sense.
on a causeway. The arena's here. The race begins all the way over at the place called Golden Throne, which is right around the area where Keneafa, all the merchant princes, their manors are up on top of this hill.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you can see my.
Yep.
Yep. So the race will start there, and then it will run through the streets of Port Nyanzaru.
And it's a big event if they shut the streets down.
So it's a pretty big event, yes.
Okay, so it's not a weekly thing. It's
No, it's a perhaps monthly thing.
okay.
A lot of betting, a lot of money can be made. Actually, I think it might actually be a weekly thing. Let me see.
Oh.
Racing. Oh yeah, no, it's weekly. It's a weekly dinosaur race.
Okay.
But there's a lot of money to be made and lost. There's
Yeah.
there's also like not rumor, but people will travel here and rent a dinosaur and run the race themselves. It's not just locals. You can you can sponsor someone to run a race on your behalf. You can bet. You can be and there's tons of places to spectate because the course is long. It goes from what districts? It hits all the main districts: the Merchants Ward, the Harbor Ward, the Market Ward. It even goes into Old City. It does not go down into a place called Kiriki Anchorage or Malar's Throat, which are outside the city. Old City is outside the city, the main city. Old City's up north in this area. In the Market Ward.
All right. Well, if we're still in town, we might as well watch them when they happen.
Yep. All right, so
I don't
we can.
think we have any money to invest or anything into it, but we might.
That's kind of my problem right now. I'm like, I just got rid of all my money, so I'm eating rations in the room.
Yeah.
So if you're just hanging out until morning, then we can fast forward to then.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
Yep. Oh,
What's your plan?
just waiting till the morning and heading to the guild place.
It's morning. What's your plan?
Okay. Off
To the guild.
to
Guild
the
place?
guild place.
Off to the guild place. All right. You take the morning stroll off to this area, and you find your way to the manor of Keneafa.
Okay.
We don't have the book anymore to give her, right?
We have one book.
We do still have the one. I thought we got rid of it.
We-
Oh, we gave away
All
one.
the
No, we talked
The
the other
one-
group into doing it so that we would have one to give.
Oh, that's the one that went in. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Hope he read it first.
All right. You find yourself in front of a very large villa, where Keneafa lives. There are guards at the doors, and you stop in front of the villa, and they're looking at you. The big, burly, dark-skinned men with they're shirtless, and they've got huge scimitars at their hips.
We have an appointment.
An appointment.
Or
We-
Then I point to whoever has the bag and the note and everything else.
I think that was Ander. He claimed it.
I don't know if it's necessarily an appointment, but we are expected.
Oh,
Same thing.
well, who are you? Who are you?
Volo sent us.
Yes, that's it.
Vol. I will return. He goes in the house or the villa and returns about 10 minutes later. He says, "You are expected. Enter."
It's not what I said.
Don't upset the big man.
Yeah, I'll walk in.
He leads you through a very lavish entryway. There's a garden that you pass through and go through. You enter a big circular room that's large with stairs that go up both sides, and you follow up along the stairs and find your way to a very lavish room with couches and pillows, and sitting in there on the largest of the set of pillows is a very burly looking woman who is let's see, show players, share with all. Yes, she's got a very scarred face, clearly muscular arms. She's not young, but not an old woman, and she nods as you enter, and she says, "Welcome to my home."
It's beautiful.
You were, why, thank you. You were sent by Volo.
Correct.
For what reason?
Yes.
I reach into the sack and produce the letter.
She takes
And
it.
The
Oh.
and the small purple pouch as well.
Wasn't one of the notes for her?
Yeah, so with the
That's what I
supply
just
list
gave her.
on it.
That's the
Yeah,
purple. Okay.
The note and the sack. Okay.
and the book, of course.
And the book.
Yes.
Okay.
This is
She
for you.
she takes these things. She kind of looks at the sack and looks at the book, kind of strangely, opens it.
Who gave her the book?
Jotun just said the book.
I just said it to
Not-
you. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So you didn't give the book. So you give
I
the
was
sack.
talking. Yeah, I was
Correct.
talking to Ander.
Correct.
I said to Ander. I said, and the book.
Did she say anything about the book?
She cocks an eyebrow. But she'll take the sack and the letter.
Okay.
I look at Ander just like, what are you doing?
I just dump the sack upside down and let the book fall out. Then I hand the empty sack to Jotun and take a step back behind him.
I look at the sack. What's this for?
So the book's just on the floor?
Yep.
Yeah.
I will pick it up and hand it to Akina Afa. How do you say her name?
Kenyafa.
Akina Afa. And say, from Volo.
She accepts it, and she says, "Ah, he said this was coming out. I was very much looking forward to getting a copy." And she opens
the credits.
I am not. But this is very pricey. And she sets it to the side very carefully, and she opens up the note. And she mumbles herself, yeah, and nods and nods. I knew it. I knew that first crew would do nothing but get lost. She looks into the sack and she says, Volo has asked that I give you some supplies. I will have to speak with someone else for some of them, but I'm how new have you ever been to Chult before?
No.
No.
No. Well, I wish you luck on your journey, but
It was
I
nice
fear,
meeting you.
I fear this will be yet another canoe that I lose. I will. When do you need your gear? When are you leaving the city?
Well,
You have a guide.
We do not have a guide. Actually, do we have a lead on a guide?
Yeah, we knew I'm pretty sure we got Volo to tell us the guide that they had, and we were going to try and find him so that hopefully he could lead us to where he last saw them. Was I right about that? Sorry, it's been a couple weeks, but I'm pretty sure that's where we left off with that.
You had not. Volo had said that they had a guide.
I thought he gave us the name.
He gave you the
The guide
names
might have
of
been
people.
lost with the rest of the expedition.
Right.
He gave you the name of all the
I just-
people in the crew that he sent off to Port Nyanzaro in that letter, but no name of a guide.
I thought Shirley had asked him. I'm sorry.
Nah, we're gonna need a guide.
Well, I do not. The guides are not my expertise nor my jurisdiction, but supplies are. So you will have this canoe. You will have plenty of rope.
So we're
Insect
going by boat
repellent.
then.
I would suggest if you want any speed.
I see.
Though the river, you have a couple of options. There are two rivers from here. River Shosin Star and Tiriki.
Do you know roughly where they were last spotted? Or were headed?
I do not. They left months ago. Just out of so last time when you spoke with Volo when he was speaking of the sending stones, he had mentioned that they were at a place near a couple days from Camp Righteous.
So, like near or like they had been there and they left?
They had last spoken when they were 2 days southeast of Camp Righteous,
Had they
which
been
is an
seen
order
at
of
Camp
Gauntlet.
Righteous or no?
Sorry, what?
Have they been seen at Camp Righteous? Like, is that a place to pick up the trail or no?
You're not sure, but Volo had been communicating with the crew, and they had said they were at Camp Righteous a few days before.
Right. So if we make for there, that's a good place to pick up the trail.
Yeah.
But we need a guide to get there too, probably.
So she says, what I can provide you, a canoe, rope, insect repellent, and water catchers.
Water catchers?
Yes, you are new here. do not drink the water from the rivers. The rain is where we get the water.
All right.
You must stay hydrated out there in the jungle. It is not easy going.
No, I'm glad you said something. I would have drank the water.
I might actually need to prepare purified food and water. The
It's
only
a
time
ritual.
ever that spell gets used. Yeah, but it doesn't sound prepared if I want to
It's
use
a
it as
ritual, man.
If it's a ritual,
Yeah,
you
but
don't
don't have to still prepare.
Yes, actually, I believe you do.
You have to prepare it to cast it as a ritual, but you could. That just
What?
It just doesn't take it out of your spell slots, but you do have to have it prepared.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
thought
already-
it was like a wizard. If you just had it, then you could
I
ritualize it.
believe
No.
wizards have to have it prepared too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't for warlocks and sorcerers because every spell they know is prepared. Same with bards.
Yeah, but if you want to use a ritual spell as a ritual, it still has to be prepared. But if you cast it as a ritual, it doesn't use a spell slot.
Yeah, I
This
just
has to be
discovered that
managed.
recently too.
Yeah, I've totally been doing it wrong then. I'm like, oh, ritual spell. If I know it, then I don't have to worry about it.
I think that's the limiter on rituals.
That's it. We were poisoned in TSNG the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So the point from that tavern till when we play is it's all a fever dream.
Have you read the book Fever Dream?
No.
It's good. George R. R. Martin. Anyway,
Oh.
I have read it.
I don't care about you.
Well, yeah. Man, I do want to try and before we actually head out, I do want to try and get directions and visit Wakanda Otamu.
Wakango Tamu? Yeah.
Yes, Wakanda forever.
Volo is a treasured acquaintance of mine. I gave this warning to his previous crew. They were not prepared for the jungle, and they have not returned to the city. Are you their replacement? Are you here to... Are you just another crew? What is your purpose here?
Find them.
We're here to find the last crew.
I know that he was making a map. And I know that that crew was trying to create one for him. I expect as you travel, you may come across various items or money. My fee for keeping your secrets is 10%.
Damn.
Okay.
I don't like her. I did like her. I don't anymore.
It feels like all the treasure we earn is not our treasure so far. I don't like that.
Well, if they're not
Do you-
there, how do they know? I don't say that. I don't say that. I wasn't in,
You don't
in
say that out
a
loud.
bad, that wasn't in a bad, crappy accent. So you know I didn't say
That's it, quite fun.
it.
Deal?
Yeah, I nod.
I guess
Very
so.
well. I will have your gear when you need it, where you need it. Which river? Or will you travel by foot and I can keep the canoe?
We'll travel by river, I believe.
There are many waterfalls. And the river is very slow. You will be traveling upriver, so it will not be difficult. Send word, and I will make sure your gear is ready for you outside the city when you need it.
Sounds good.
Please give me at least 5 hours notice.
Agreed.
I'm very busy.
But we still need to find a guide.
Oh, did you mention? Did you tell her that you need a guide?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right.
But that's not her purview. So.
Right. You will want to speak with Jobal. Prince Jobal. He is, yes, he's another merchant prince, one of the 7.
Right. Not an actual prince.
His villa is not far from here. He runs the guide industry here.
Do we need a appointment or a letter of introduction or anything?
If you wish to speak with him directly and you have a reason to give him money for a choice guide, that's fine, but there are plenty posted and many very capable people. You'll find their postings outside the inns.
Our guides generally paid up front. I look at the group, the now broke group.
Yes, the typical fee is 30 days upfront pay.
I don't think 9 gold's going to cover that.
Probably not.
Jobal, well, the fee structure is very controlled here. 30 days up front, 5 gold per day.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're not going to have a guide.
Jeez.
Anders, how's your gambling?
Can we delay this by a month and a half so that we can slowly build up silver through gambling?
We could enter me into the arena.
We could
Yeah.
race some dinosaurs.
She reads your faces and all that, and
Yeah.
you do not have coin. Am I right? Not.
We
Turtle
I-
nuggets.
we had a run-in with a dragon turtle.
Aeromag.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's a
the
pity
guy.
he remained poor. There are ways to make coin in the city.
Well, I don't want to get caught for counterfeiting.
You lose your hands for that, or your head.
Right.
The arena is a great place to make a living. And she motions at the villa that you guys are in.
Now I get it.
I have spent my time in the arena.
Scars.
You could bet what gold you have on the dragon race.
My dragon race. That's not a sure thing, though. We need better than average odds. I'd put my money on Craglar before I'd put it on a dinosaur race.
Your money will be well placed.
If you need anything from me, any information, I will gladly give it. Otherwise, I have things to do.
Of course.
Okay.
We don't wish to keep you any longer. I guess
If I don't-
we got money to make, boys.
Yeah, somehow.
Before
Gotun seems
she-
very overwhelmed because he realized he has no money. He's in a foreign city now. and he needs all this stuff to survive. Oh boy!
How every episode of Locked Up Abroad starts.
How about Naked and Afraid? It sounds more like that.
You're not naked yet.
It will be before this is over. Next thing we meet is something that wants all our armor, you know?
Yeah. No.
Callum.
Hey Matt, before she leaves, I would like to get her attention and quietly ask if she is familiar with Wakanga Otamu and where I might find him.
Yes, he is another merchant prince. He lives up near here, and if he's not in the merchant ward, he is at home. Typically with his ladies. Yeah.
My thanks.
She nods. Be careful with that one.
I'm going to say, I understand that you may have a working or business acquaintance with him.
I do.
I hear that he has direct access to all things magical, and yet you have a piece of that pool, or so they tell me.
He puts permanent enchantments on a few of my items that I sell. That is true.
A lucrative arrangement, to be sure.
It pays. It pays. Are you on the market for a dagger or a shield?
I'm just going to chuckle and say, one day perhaps. As you well know, Aeromag has unfortunately taken most of our wealth.
Yep.
I thank you for your advice. I will be careful.
All right. All right.
Is that enough to kind of help me figure out where he's at?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You can find his manor or his villa around here as well. Not too hard to spot. He, judging by the guards in front of the door, he is likely inside.
Which building is that? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
All these
Right
big
there.
buildings are like the princes or something. Oh, okay.
Yep. This is all like the princes.
Oh. But she's in this big main house.
No, she's right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you said she was in that one too.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
she's
what
Oh,
is
no, sorry.
so what is the
She was
main
in-
house?
This area I meant when I was pinging here. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you ping it again? And, okay, there it is. I see it.
So what's
So
the
that's
big,
where she is.
So what's
and,
the biggest building?
Yeah, what's
The
this
biggest
thing?
building is called the
The red herring.
the Golden Throne. It's the meeting place for the Merchant Princes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Might have to fight in the arena.
Oh, Craglar kid.
So, you when you leave Kenyafa's villa, you see there's a tabaxi that grabs latches onto you or catches you with its eye, and it strolls on over. It's got a strange instrument that you haven't seen before strapped to its back, and it says, "Oh, hello. You're not from around here."
Hi. What is that on your back?
This is my instrument. I am but a humble minstrel. And he pulls it off and plays a note or two. He says, "Allow me to introduce myself. I am Fluttering Feather. I have a proposition for you.
I'm listening.
I am in need of some dice rolling. And I see you as a group that may wish to invest in my skills. Loan me a gold, and I will find you tomorrow and bring you your gold tenfold."
Is this a Nigerian prince?
You think we just got off the boat today?
It was yesterday. Pretty much.
All I need is your bank routing number.
And a photograph of your driver's license.
Yeah, as simple as that. No, this is no.
Yeah.
I saw you get off the boat. I saw you go to the Red Bazaar, and I saw you come here.
Were you watching us?
Yes.
Your minstrels are a lot like mimes. Maybe we should just kill him. No, I don't say that. I don't say that.
Like, we don't have
Travelers like
money
yourself
to
who come-
invest.
You're not here to invest.
We don't have the money to invest. We're looking to make money on our own.
You just got. He looks at you for a moment, and snarls a little bit.
I ask him, have you heard of whatever the name of that dragon turtle is again?
Aramag?
Aramag.
Ah, yes.
Have you met Aramag?
I have
Is that
not.
why you're looking to make gold?
Because he's got
I-
ours. We high five.
I may owe some money to someone,
Is it
and the only
Aramag?
way it is not Aramag. And I am just short on funds to get the money that I need to pay back my debts. However, I assure you, I am a brilliant gambler. And he flicks a coin over his finger. You know, he does the little fancy flourish with a copper coin over his fingers.
I say, I'm sure you think so.
Yeah. That's why you need our money to gamble, because you're so good at gambling. That makes a lot of sense.
He ignores the turtle and looks straight at the taxi. You know our people.
Yeah.
We are trustworthy and skilled.
I agree on
We've
the
been
skill
traveling
part.
with him. We know better.
Skilled, sure. But I've known some untrustworthy tabaxi. They're as trustworthy as every other race.
So not at all.
You win some, you lose some.
You're not from Chult. Clearly, the tabaxi here are much more trustworthy. Suit yourselves, you're out 10 gold.
No, I'm actually out 0 gold.
We saved 1 gold.
I don't believe in this sunk cost fallacy.
He holds out a hand, says what you think might be a swear, and then he walks off.
Oh, talk to the tabaxi.
Did he just tell us to talk to the
He
hand?
said talk to the paw, yeah.
Yeah. Well, to you.
Talk to the tail.
Parrot shits on his head. As it flies overhead.
Is it Kappa? Kappa the parrot?
Yeah.
Cover the parrot. Perfect.
All right. Where do you go? What do you do? Where are you going? What's your plan?
We obviously look like outsiders because everyone wants to take our gold.
My best lead is the arena, but Kraglar seems to have gone AFK.
Did you want to go to Wakanga?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're near his.
We'll stick with Caleb, yeah, for now.
Okay. So there's guards outside his villa, and as you approach, they pull out their large scimitars and they just or one of them does and rests his hands on its hilt, with the point.
Two-handed great scimitars.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Yes, I seek audience with Wakanga Atamu.
Are you expected?
I am not. However, we do have a mutual friend in Thimby and Sindra of Baldur's Gate.
At that word or at that name, you can see his expression change slightly, and he nods to the other guard who goes inside, and he just looks at you. Minutes later, the other guard comes out and beckons for you to follow.
Okay.
Similarly lavish.
Just him
go
or
ahead.
all of us?
All of you. The villa is similarly lavish, structured differently, but you make your way to an audience chamber that's fairly close to the entrance. It looks actually more like a shop in a way. Clearly, he does business here. There's things displayed, trinkets and vials of liquids and all kinds of stuff. And there's a very tall man with let's see, Wakanga Utamu, with share with all. With his fancy beard and fancy clothes, and he says, as the guard brings you in and leaves, he says, "Welcome to my villa. You please sit."
My thanks.
Tea. He interrupts you again. Tea.
None for me, thank you.
I'll take some.
No, thank
He goes over to a piping hot. Well, it's not piping hot. It's a whole tea thing, and he mumbles a word, and steam suddenly is rising out of the teapot, and he pours tea for himself and for Fletcher.
Excellent.
And he offers it to you.
I will take it. I will sip it, and it's probably bitter.
Mm-hmm.
I kind
But-
of make
but
a
good.
pucker face, but I'll drink it. Yeah.
Hiss at it and then drink it.
No. You
Now,
can't intimidate tea.
tell me who this Syndra is.
I'm not gonna miss a beat. I'm just going to say it was actually a gnome by the name of Thimby that suggests I reach out to you. See if that sparks anything.
He says, I know Thimby, I know Syndra.
It was actually on behalf of Syndra that brings me here.
Oh?
I'm
Do tell.
afraid. I'm concerned about her health, and business brings us to Nyanzaru. And in speaking with Thimby before I left, she suggests I reach out to you, as you may have more information regarding her condition.
I know of this, yes. The same problems are afflicting people here. It's true.
So I have heard.
I was I expected that she was not well.
Indeed, she has been a pillar. She has been a pillar in the gate, in Baldur's Gate, for some time. It is deeply concerning to see her in this condition.
It is. It's a sad state. But not much I can do. Other than listen and observe and communicate. What business is this of yours? Who do you work for?
I'm just going to say, business brings me here, and we are interested in exploring the realm. However, I must admit, we ran afoul of Aeromag, and it has put us behind. Ideally, I would do all that I could to assist Syndra and those like her in looking for some glimmer of hope, no matter how small.
He steeples his fingers and taps. There has been an influx of people of late who care about this disease. They've come through here, they've come here, and he points to his looking for information, looking for items, and he moves his hands over his display where he has some potions or vials of liquid. And he lifts up I have been selling lots of these. He uncorks it and puts the cork back in. Healing potions.
And
Can't afford that either.
and does this help the condition?
It does not. But whatever is causing this condition, these people who ask questions continue to stream into the jungles. South, they say. I do not know why.
Have you seen any connection to the arrival and spread of the undead menace?
That has been here much longer. The undead have troubled these jungles for many years. But the fear of death is palpable here in such a dangerous area. There are troubles here everywhere. We have the undead at our backs. This disease that is on the lips of those who know its existence. The Flaming Fist is trying to carve out its own foothold in Chult and usurp our trade. The Order of the Gauntlet.
He what was the group he just said?
Flaming Fist.
The Flaming Fist, yes. I'm going to say we have interested parties who would also like to see a bypass of other interests such as theirs. And it seems to me, and then I'm going to try and persuade. And I'm going to use an inspiration.
Okay.
And that's not as hard as you think it is. And I'm going to try to convince him that potentially funding our mission, or at least putting a stake into our mission, with the promise of any items related to the cure, giving him first rights, as it would align well with his business. So that's the plan. I didn't want to say it all out because I wanted you to first know that I was going to roll.
Yeah, okay. Go for it.
And so it's not as hard as you think. Or wait, which one?
The one that you roll advantage on your
rolling
check. Yep.
advantage. Okay. All right. Yes, advantage. Ooh. Now,
Good idea.
am I able to use a second inspiration to add 1 to 6? Just a little more.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I would say yes if you wish to.
Okay. Oh, can't. Come on, Papa. Yes, 21.
That's decent, man.
All right. He
Now, I'll say it. I'll say it if you want. I wanted to roll first. I will say it, but
if you want to say it.
If you're
fine.
if you're
If you
good,
wanna-
I think I covered what I want to accomplish.
Yeah. So the gist is you would be whatever information or items you acquire, he would get first dibs on that information or items to make an offer for it. Anything related to this concern of the disease.
Yeah.
In exchange, funding of what amount?
So yes, that's the best.
Well, enough for the guide at least.
Yeah, mostly what I'm thinking for is the guide.
Okay.
So
So-
I'm going to ask for 3 weeks coverage.
We have to pay for the
And-
guide for a month, minimum.
Right. The guide is it's like 5 gold times 30, right?
Yeah,
Is
I mean,
what-
that's not terrible.
Well,
so yeah.
Forgotten Realms week
I
is
would
10
say-
days.
Oh shit. So 10.
So that is 3 weeks. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess so. 30 days is 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean that's I would ask. That's only 200 gold. That's I think that's reasonable.
200 gold. Okay, you'll ask for 200.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to make a roll.
And then he's gonna not
Fail,
let
fail,
tell us
fail.
we failed.
No, not us. Fail him.
Oh.
Okay. He reaches down below his desk, and he pulls out a paper, and an inkwell and a pen.
It's your arrest warrant.
He says, I will do this thing.
Skull.
Yes.
I would have your names I would have your names spelled exactly, please. So he goes through it, he asks your names, and he writes them all down.
Vial of your blood.
Now we're talking some Dresden file shit.
Yeah, baby.
And he says, and he rolls that up and stores that below. He pulls out another sheet of parchment, and he's writing down a note. He melts some wax and puts a seal at the bottom, rolls it up, and then seals the parchment. And he says, "Give this to any guide, and they will accept your terms. 30 days.
Good.
30 days will be paid."
All right. So instead of giving us the gold, he's just basically giving us a writ of 30 days compensation.
works.
So yeah, that works. Now we just gotta.
That
figure
works
out-
very well.
We just gotta figure out who the best guide in town is. So we get our money's worth.
We might want to take the third best guy to make it last longer.
Well, no, if it's 30 days paid no matter what.
That's true.
I think we should see if we could figure out who guided the other ones then.
If he's
Like
still
I thought.
around, but I'm thinking he's probably lost with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
if he's
that's what
part
I
of a
was thinking.
group,
Yeah.
he might have partners or whatever if that's the
or
case.
at least information on which way they're going.
This
Right.
guy probably would know. I'm gonna say to him, I thank you for your trust, and I assure you, we will do our best to make this worth your while, so that we may make the most of your investment in our ventures. Do you have suggestions on guides?
Good
No.
thinking. No.
No.
I have done enough for you.
I do not know who is in town at the moment. There is a rotating collection of guides that come in and out frequently. I could give you some names that you might find here. None of them may be here for weeks.
That's helpful though. Just give us a list, yeah. And we can say who's here, if anyone.
All right. Let me go to
At this point, I would say you could probably say he scribbles down a list.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we'll need it before next session, anyways.
All right. Yeah, he scribbles down a list of a handful of names and hands it to you, and he says, "And one more thing. If you are leaving the city, I have a task for you. In addition to this information,
I pull out my quest log.
Mm-hmm.
across the causeway, and points in direction of this area here.
Oh, yeah.
This causeway. There is a ring. It is what I believe a dormant traveling circle.
Like teleportation circle?
Yes.
I mean,
It
like
is-
teleportation circle.
It has been dormant for hundreds of years. Recently, I came across something that I believe is connected. I would like you to find another spot that has a similar circle, or multiple.
Like its destination? Or
Yes.
part of the network, I guess.
That is my belief. He says, "One moment," and he wanders through a curtained area and comes back holding a little box, and it has got a little keyhole, and he unlocks it and lifts it up, and there's a very velvety red cloth in there, and he pulls up a really pretty pink crystal, and within it is a blacker crystal on the inside.
Well, that's pretty.
This came into my possession a couple of weeks ago. It matches a similar sort of crystal that is crystal shape that is on the rings here in the city.
So like a key.
That is my belief. If you could find this crystal's own destination, whether it re-enables the traveling circle or not, it would sate some curiosity of mine. If you would do this for me, you may take these 3 things. And he grabs 3 of the vials.
Ooh.
Nice. Well, Callum's the best wizard I know. I'm not lying.
He puts the crystal back in the box.
I say deal.
Yeah.
All right. He pushes the 4 things. They're 3 potions of healing.
Awesome. I'm editing the party treasure right now to Konga Tamu. So I'm putting the crystal in the inventory since we probably won't have an item for that. And then I will add the potions of healing.
Cool.
Do.
Is 9 o'clock our end date or end time again, Jeremy?
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good time.
Okay. What is your plan?
These are greater, right, Matt?
Superior.
What is your plan for next steps?
I'm thinking we start shopping around
Well-
for a guide and then we hit the jungle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely want to
Yeah.
spend some time, especially if I can, to find, individuals who would have information and just investigating guides.
I mean, if we're in town, watch the race, because when are we going to get another shot? I'm 50-50 on letting Craglar throw some punches in the arena just to get a little bonus cash before we head out.
Yep.
I want to ask around about the previous party to see if anybody knows anything about them.
Okay.
And
Because I'd
I
like to
am
know.
going to walk the city and try to commit its layout to memory. And then when I have a free second, or like when I need a moment of rest, I'm going to find like a cafe or a tavern or something and order a drink. And as I finish it, I am going to jot a map of the city.
Okay.
He goes to an internet cafe and just sits down and works on his...
Yeah. I'm just not going to do it brazenly out in the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Awesome.
counting paces and... it's just-
1, 2, 3. House. 2, 3, 4. Tent.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Look up the stuff on cartography in the Xanathar's guide, Jamie. There's some pretty neat stuff it lets you do.
Are there benefits?
Yeah, like it gives you regions that you've studied or mapped. You can get benefits on nature rolls and survival checks,
Oh.
things like that. Yeah, Xanathar's
That's
has
cool.
some interesting sections on tool proficiencies. That's where I saw the herbalism potion making stuff was in there too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Alchemy, calligraphers, carpenters, cartographers. Okay.
Yeah, they're not just throwaway skills.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, gathering information on guides, potentially a tussle in the arena, mapping out the city, and what was the other thing? And asking
the
after
race.
the previous
Yeah.
guides.
Yeah,
The party.
and just watching the race. Nothing, not so extravagant that we want to compete or gamble in the race, probably, but just be in the city when it's happening.
Okay, awesome. Cool.
All right.
Wrap.
Streaming, been streaming, unless you're not ready yet.
I am going to be driving next